There's this guy, world-renowned billionaire, tech genius, inventor and entrepreneur, athletic and talented, and handsome with a jaw so chiseled, it looks like Zeus came down from Olympus and carved the guy himself. This guy's got a small fleet of sports cars, a few yachts, and when he's not giving millions of dollars to charities, he's changing out supermodel girlfriends like other people change their socks. This guy's smile can melt the damn room. His charm is so thick, you can swim in it. Half of his friends were Times Man of the Year, and the ones who weren't don't care because they could buy the magazine if they wanted to. When this guy isn't jet-setting around the world or coming up with the latest technological innovation to save the planet, he spends his time helping the weak and helpless. This guy, you guessed it, is Bruce Wayne, also known as the Batman. And, spoiler alert, he doesn't actually exist. He's fiction. I don't think I'm exactly shaking up the field of psychology by suggesting that us humans, we have a need to conjure up these heroes to help us cope with our own feelings of powerlessness. What's up everybody? Welcome to the video. My name is Tanvir Ahmed, and hey, consider subscribing if you haven't already to upgrade yourself and your relationships to the next level. So today, I want to take a detour from our make more, buy more, fuck more culture and argue for the merits of mediocrity, of being plain boring and average. Not the merits of pursuing mediocrity, because mind you, we should all try to do the best we possibly can, but rather the merits of accepting mediocrity when we end up there despite our best efforts. Everything in life is a trade-off. Some of us are born with high aptitudes for academic learning. Others are born with great physical skill. Others are athletic. Others are artistic. Others can fuck like rabbits and never break a sweat. In terms of skills and talents, humans are a wildly diverse group of smelly creatures. Sure, what we end up achieving in life ultimately depends on our practice and efforts. But we're all born with different aptitudes and potentials. This here is called a bell curve. Any of you who have taken a statistics class and survived will recognize it. A bell curve is quite simple. Take a population of people, like, let's say people who play golf at least once a year. The horizontal axis represents how good they are at golf. Further to the right means they're really good. Further to the left means they're really bad. Now notice that it gets really thin at the far ends of the curve. That means there are a few people who are really good at golf and a few people who are really bad. The majority fall into the mediocre middle. We're all pretty average at most things. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses, but the fact is, most of us are pretty average at most things we do. Even if you're pretty exceptional at one thing, chances are you're pretty average or below average at most other things. That's just the nature of life. To be truly great at something, you have to dedicate a tremendous amount of time and energy to it. And because we have limited time and energy, few of us ever become truly exceptional at more than one thing, if anything at all. We're all, for the most part, pretty average people. It's the extremes that get all of the publicity. We all kind of intuitively know this, but we rarely think or talk about it. The vast majority of us will never truly be exceptional at, well, anything. And that's okay. Which leads to an important point, that mediocrity as a goal sucks. But mediocrity as a result is okay. Few of us get this, and even fewer accept it. But Tanvir, if I'm not going to be special or extraordinary, what's the point? It's an accepted part of our culture today to believe that we're all destined to do something truly extraordinary. Celebrities say it, business tycoons say it, politicians say it, even Oprah says it. Each and every one of us can be truly extraordinary. we all deserve greatness. But this statement itself is inherently contradictory. After all, if everyone was extraordinary, then by definition, no one would be extraordinary. This simple fact is overlooked by most people, and instead, we eat the message up and ask for more. Being average has become the new standard of failure. The problem is that, statistically speaking, pretty much all of us are in the middle of that bell curve almost all of the time, in almost everything we do. A lot of people are afraid to accept mediocrity because they believe that if they accept being mediocre, then they'll never achieve anything, never improve, and that their life doesn't matter. I find this sort of thinking to be dangerous. Once you accept the premise that a life is only worthwhile if it is truly notable and great, then you basically accept the fact that most of the human population sucks and is worthless. And ethically speaking, that is a really dark place to put yourself. But most people's problem with accepting being average is more practical. They worry that if I accept that I'm average, then I'll never achieve anything great. I'll have no motivation to improve myself or do something great. What if I am one of the rare few? This too is a misguided belief. People who become truly exceptional at something do so not because they believe they're exceptional, but rather they become amazing because they're obsessed with improvement. And that obsession with improvement stems from an unerring belief that they are in fact not that great at all, that they are mediocre, that they are average, and that they can be so much better. This is the great irony about ambition. If you wish to be smarter and more successful than somebody else, then you will always feel like a failure. If you wish to be the most loved and most popular, then you will always feel alone. If you wish to be the most powerful and admired, then you will always feel weak and impotent. The ticket to emotional health comes through accepting the bland and mundane truths of life. Those being, 1. You're actually pretty average in the grand scheme of things. And 2. The vast majority of your life will be mediocre. Once you accept these, you will have a growing appreciation for life's basic experiences. You will learn to measure yourself through a new, healthier means. The pleasure of simple friendship, creating something, helping a friend in need, reading a good book, laughing with someone you care about. Sounds boring, doesn't it? That's because these things are average. But maybe they're average for a reason, because they are what actually matter. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe and turn on the bell notification to get notified every time I publish a new video. And as always, I'll see you next Thursday.